Packaged applications have been designed by organizations with very specific business requirements in mind. How can users be assured that if they select a case management-based solution, it's going to be based on best practices?
That's an interesting and a bit of a complex question, so I'll attack it this way. You have really two alternatives in looking at a specific use case and trying to solve it from a process standpoint. You can either go with the solution specialist, and that specialist might have really know the domain, really have built the exact workflow into their environment. And in some cases, that's the best solution. Other scenarios, you may want to bring in a case management platform and then do a little bit more work, but essentially build the needs of that business, that use case, on the more agile environment. So the question is, how do you choose between the two? And this is a longer answer, but I'll give you the short version. The short version is that the solution specialist wins in certain areas. If you look at we define three areas of case management: investigative, service request, and incident management. Those are the three use case buckets, and there are hundreds of use cases within each one. If you take incident management, one of the areas, sub-areas, is legal casework. Now, in 90% of the cases, a solution specialist that does matter management for legal is going to be the selected provider. There's just too much domain, too much special requirements. Similarly, if it's incident management as opposed to investigative, and you look at cyber security, there certainly is a big leg up for a company that understands the forensics of searching through IP vulnerabilities to understand where a security hack might have occurred. You don't want to try to build that capability within a horizontal case management platform. It's just too much work. However, where you have high process variation, where you have a lot of customization potential, of course customization is always to be kept to a minimum, and where you have complexity of business rules, you definitely want to look at the case management platform, and it will win. So if you take the service request area, which is the brightest area for the horizontal platforms, and you look at the pre-sales part of service request, which would include onboarding, onboarding is done differently by almost every firm. There's a tremendous amount of data integration and customization and so forth. You want a case management platform for that. You don't want to have solution specialists. Other areas have similar characteristics that really favor the case management platform. The key one being process variability. You get agility from the case management platform, whereas the solution specialists tend to have hardened workflow, hardened business rules, and they just weren't built to incorporate alien processes the way the DCM platform has been built. So you get some interesting differences. Where it becomes even more challenging is that a lot of the solution specialists are enhancing their core capabilities to become more generalized, to be able to go across the area that they may have built their business on. The case management providers, on the other hand, are building solution frameworks for things like wealth management, things like contract management, that give you that 80 or 85% of a solution. So it's a bit of a confused sea from a market standpoint, but there are really about 10 or 11 what I call agility boosters that you can look through to see whether to use a solution specialist or whether to use a case management platform. And I'm sure you'll have fun doing it.